one who is looking to serve, managed to keep consecutive clean sheets for the very first time. It's a long ball, is whipped in, but that's absolutely off target. Wade Euster, they might want to realign their bearings and get going. It only finds the head of Mukundane. Defenses barricading. Macheho trying to play Keegan Dolly, finding the captain of the Uganda Cranes, Roger Storach. Holds onto that ball, but he's dispossessed. The ball is tipped back. And Abdul Karim Watambala, the quiet enforcer, with a wry look there of Conte Sebagala. The dynamo is on. The crowd is getting behind the Cranes now. Twisting one way, Regan Mpande seeks the cross. Ball is batted here for the first instance. Watambala out to the left, Mpande. And looks for a whipped-in cross. This time that's averted. Incisive pass, trying to play Ndludlu, who manages to retain possession here. Ball stuck to his feet like a magnet. And now to Neo Maema, tries to find that left foot, but quickly closed down. Abdul Karim Watambala, the enforcer in chief, pulling all the strings. Game reading, and a tireless dynamo that he is. Plays an entire 90 minutes and is asking for more. And here comes Kakande, the trickster. Lets it on for Jude Semugabi to Alan Okello into the box area. Okello twists one way, then the other, takes the shot. Second bite of the cherry. Shot comes in, and a touch by Sam Okello to deny Abdul Karim Watambala. Oh my, oh my, oh my. South Africa, I'll say it again, living dangerously, surviving by the skin of their teeth. For the Uganda Cranes, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, they would all have a grand treat, and that would be a goal. But they'll be made to work for more. Samukelo Ulu with a fine, fine save. Pure instinct. And the Cranes, actually, for the Uganda Cranes, has been goalless at halftime. Header coming in from Hilary Mukundane. Gets the elevation, meets the ball, can't find the target. Wade Euster to deliver this time around. Keegan Dolly available as an option for the short pass. And it's what he's utilized here. Dolly back to Euster. Neo Maema. Goalkeeper makes a decision to come out. That ball was met there by Keegan. Johannes just couldn't direct it on target. But Joel Mutakwa had gone walkers about, was never going to get to that ball in time. He really needed to have some semblance of communication there between Mutakwa and his defense, just to keep him in check of the trajectory of that ball. Neo Maema launches a long, searching ball, looking for Terence Macheho, brings that under control. Now, is he impeded fairly? Macheho feels that could have been a penalty. Gavin Chizito says no, can do. And now released out to the flank. The counter-attack is on. Regan Mpande sprinting into space. He has support. Kakande wants the ball. Jonah Patrick Kakande to tip it up, and Jude Semugabi puts the ball into the back of the net. A sweeping team move for the Cranes, and they lay down the gauntlet in the battle at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. It's this they wanted. It's this they sold for, and now they now released out to the flank. The counter-attack is on. Regan Mpande sprinting into space. He has support. Kakande wants the ball. Jonah Patrick Kakande to tip it up, and Jude Semugabi for Keegan Dolly. Tries to cut the ball, and that's a fine save. Joel Mutakwa almost side-footed by his own team. A deflection of almighty proportions. Ooh, they must keep that at bay. They must pray that those slip-ups do not come against them. But Joel Mutakwa heading one way, and then in a twist with Cutler taking on Euster. Mpande cannot beat him, but still retains possession for Watambala. Habatachai just flicks it in here for Pande. Pande tries the first time cross. Well, cut out here by Malibongwe Kosa. Today will not be a day where he can brag about having a clean sheet. And to be honest, South Africa had it a bit difficult here keeping clean sheets. Brushed off header, the near post. Hilary Mukundane keeps getting those balls from. For a moment, thought that was redemption point. Another look at a very exquisitely crafted chance. It came through. And yes, that will count definitely as an offside. Joe Mutakubo was on the ground. And there were a couple of players here as Mapelele, well, stabbed that home. Another look to the side, confirmed. Nseki takes time to issue a few instructions. And the decision is made by the video assistant referee. South Africa have managed to land the equalizing blow, and it's back to square one. Quick look at that. The goalkeeper, by the time that ball was finished, well, it well tumbled in. And Mapelele manages to redeem the South Africans. Bafana are right back in it. Their fate in their hands. And a stunned, curious silence descends. Have to restart here. Temporarily a man down as Rogers Torach seeks permission to re-enter the field of play. Regan Mpande holding on to the ball. Regan Mpande. Habatachai forced into a clearance, and that's one that is hasty, and a chance in the box area. Rifles the ball into the back of the net, and the South Africans have turned it around. Tabiso Kutumela stabs home while the Cranes were in complete disarray. Instructing. That's the presence of mind. That's the sense of skill. That's a predatory instinct. Kutumela, one touch, one shot to the back of the net. And the Bafana have turned the tables around here at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. To block that, and now Keegan Dolly looks to get onto acceleration mode and gets the 1-2. Keegan Dolly is in open space. Keegan Dolly, ball served here. Well, if the Cranes manage to get themselves back into the game, Joe Mutakuwa, they will have to thank. He's doing everything within his powers to keep the Cranes just on the margins. That could have easily been 3 for Bafana. One-on-one with Keegan Dolly, and Joe Mutakuwa still stood strong. Picked up by Okello. Okello has few options, but still tries to retain possession, and ultimately his pocket picked here by Ludlu, who now launches the counter-attack. Keegan Dolly makes the sprint. The ball is spaced out here to Tabiso Kutumela. Tries to cross the ball in. Joe Mutakuwa goes in. Well, he's left wandering about, and Ludlu will attempt to fashion out the charge. And he sinks the Cranes. The Beto has done it. The Mini Cooper has put the Cranes to the sword. And South Africa cement their legacy as comeback kings. Give them half a chance. Give them a whiff of goal. And now right at the death, the Cranes watch their dream crash and burn right at home. Joe Mutakuwa took a gamble. Molebye Kwaso spellbound. The fans have seen enough. Another agonizing campaign. The promise of the quarterfinals looks like it has truly exuded them. Another look at how the goal did come about. Joe Mutakuwa going walkers about. Keegan Dolly smart enough to draw him out. And then with time and space, makes no mistake, Ndabaitheswa Ndlodlu just launches that ball, angling it beautifully to the back of the net, to the dismay of the...
Here goes Rafil Wijane for Banyana. Let's see what she can produce. She produces an unstoppable hit. A spectacular strike from the South African captain. And it sends them all into ecstasy. What a smash!